In this video, I'm going to go over how a chess clock can actually work in paper magic, go over all the details about how it would work in an actual tournament environment, and finish the video off with some gameplay footage. Coming right up. Everyone, this is Nikachu, Chess Master. So this is a chess clock. It is a standard digital clock, and it's going to have to be digital to make the game fair, because we are going to use something called a delay. Now, most people just understand the chess clock from Magic the Gathering Online. They only understand the sudden death time controls. On Magic the Gathering Online, they play what's called sudden death. You get 25 minutes and no more than that. But in the chess world, we can manipulate the clock a little bit more. You can play with an increment where after every single move that you make, time gets added to the clock. This, I don't think, really applies to the Magic world, but one thing that does is something called delay. And I think it's going to be very important as we're passing priority back and forth in a standard game. So a delay is a set amount of time that you're going to get for free every single time someone passes priority. So whenever someone hits the clock, you're going to get this free, and I've set it as 10 seconds, free 10 seconds to respond to your opponent, to shuffle their deck and then represent it back to them. After you've exhausted the time from your delay, it will start eating up your time bank. Now this is a limited resource, but you can use that resource to take a longer time on your turn to think of attacks, to think of the right sequence of plays. Every single time that you want to pass priority, you just hit the clock back and your opponent will again get the free 10 seconds before before it goes into their own time bank, before their own time starts ticking down. So the point of the chess clock in the first place is just to arbitrate the time between the players, to make sure that everything is fair, to make sure that no one monopolizes the clock in the round. But I want to make a mention that there will still be a round timer. Rounds cannot go longer than 50 minutes. In theory, people could just keep passing the clock back and forth, passing priority, and the game could take like way over an hour. That's not going to be the case. Rounds can still go to time, and once rounds do go to time, players will go to turns and the clock doesn't matter anymore. It's just to make sure that people are playing fairly and have an equal amount of time to play out their match. Now, I haven't figured out if the 5-minute time bank and 10-second delay is the most optimal for Magic the Gathering. This is very new. I'm the first person that's trying this, but I do know that it's going to need to take some form as I have described. So let's talk about some practical problems that people have talked about over the years. So the first one is that Wizards of the Coast doesn't have the money to put this huge upfront cost of supplying clocks to an entire Grand Prix. First off, they don't need to. The onus is going to be on the players. This happens in chess tournaments all the time. It's called bring your own clock. It's the player's responsibility to be bringing clocks. So Wizards of the Coast doesn't have to buy any clocks except for perhaps the feature match area. So they just have to supply a very limited amount of clocks. So at the same time, now Wizards doesn't have to worry about them getting stolen, because would you want your own clock getting stolen? You're going to keep an eye on it like you keep an eye on your deck, your life pad, your play mat. So the clock is just going to be another instrument that you bring to the table when you play a tournament game of Magic. So another question people ask is, well, what if my opponent didn't bring a clock? Or what if nobody has a clock? That's fine, then you just play by classic Magic rules where you just account for the round timer, but now you are at risk of someone in that match monopolizing the clock. So it is your responsibility, if you want to protect yourself, just like you protect yourself by shuffling your opponent's deck, to bring a digital clock to your match. It's not mandatory. You have the right to bring this digital clock, but you're not obligated to bring the digital clock. Now, some people bring up the argument, well, do you know what? People are going to forget to hit their clock and they're going to lose time and feel bad about it, or there's going to be some psychological differences where when you're playing with the clock, you're under a serious amount of pressure, more than you usually are. Well, guess what? That happens all the time in chess when you are playing with a clock for the first time. This is In the long run, it doesn't matter. You're going to get used to all the dynamics of playing with a clock. It's nothing unusual. It's not something that, you know, chess has a problem with. There's no problem there whatsoever. Now, some things I want to say. You're going to have the right to pause the clock. For example, let's say you have a judge call. Then you're going to have to pause the clock. Let's say you're sideboarding. You're going to have to pause the clock. And let's say you need to clarify damage, and it's possible that perhaps you should be pausing the clock at the damage step, but you're going to pause the clock in situations like that. So you're allowed to pause the clock. You just use the clock for regular gameplay as needed. Now, if you need to steal priority from your opponent, because we're still going to play with shortcuts, so when you pass the turn, your opponent can go straight to their draw step. Let's say I pass the turn to my opponent. They draw their card. I'm like, hey, I have effects at your draw step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach over and tap their end of the clock to give myself priority, and then I can play something like Vendilion Click and then pass priority back to my opponent, and so on. And so I believe also that you're going to have to pass to your opponent if they have some decision to make, like Inquisition of Kozilek, Vendilion Click, Thoughtseize. Also, I believe that you should be passing priority if someone is, for example, shuffling a deck. So let's say you crack a fetch land. Does my fetch land resolve? Yes, fetch land resolves. You are looking for your land, you're shuffling, then you give the deck to your opponent, and then they have 10 seconds to shuffle and then represent it back to you, and then you have priority again. This can also be a very clean way of letting things resolve. You know, we don't have to worry about yes and hand gestures and stuff like that. Like, this is very clear. Something resolves when you pass priority back with the clock. So some other rules: you can't be touching the board state when you hit your clock. That's very, very important. Otherwise, you could pay for mana while hitting the clock at the same time, but you know, you haven't actually paid for the mana. You might get like a smidge of extra time that you deserve to have, or you know, whatever. To make the game clean, make sure you're not touching the board state. Another thing, whoever doesn't go first, or like whoever, you know, when you roll the die roll to see who gets to choose to go first or not, whoever lost that gets to decide if the clock is going to be on the left or right side of the playing area, because if you're left-handed or right-handed, you're going to hit the clock faster on whatever hand. Like, I'm right-handed, so if the clock is on my right-hand side, I'm going to hit the clock way faster. But Nikachu, that's just some very fancy theory crafting, but what on earth does it look like in a real game? Well, I'm glad you asked, and that's why I asked Andrew, Day 2 Dryden, to do some playtesting with me in Modern, so this will be the first paper match of Magic being played with a chess clock. Alright, Day 2 Dryden, this is your first time using a chess clock?
I have literally never seen one of these before, like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, so we are going to be playing with a 10-second delay with a 5-minute time bank. I hope I've explained how we're going to use this clock, and maybe we're going to talk a little bit more about the strategies, about how this is going to, well, the functionality of the chess clock in a paper match. And, well, you know what? Maybe this isn't even going to work at all, and we're going to find out why. But
yeah, well, yeah, it's always possible.
It's the first time that this is anyone's ever tried this.
Yeah, the experiment could very easily just blow up in our face. Yeah. Like, we will find out.
All right. And
it's a little bit different, you know, there's a few different variables, right? We're using this life counter for the viewers here instead of, you know, paper or something like that.
Oh, it'll work.
Yeah, whatever. I'm also not, like, needing to shuffle your deck exclusively because, you know.
Okay, higher?
Yeah, high roll.
I got 9.
9.
That's good. 5.
5.
Ta-da. Okay, I'll go first. Good luck. It's a good game.
To you as well.
Now, just to for this game, we are okay. So the game will now start with you pushing the clock and giving me priority.
Okay. For mulligans, we do this too. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm the first person. So one thing I want to say is that the clock actually should be positioned. The person who gets to decide which side the clock is on should be the person who doesn't have choice, who's on the draw. I'm going to keep this.
I will also keep.
Okay, so I'll play Island, Ether Vial, go.
Draw.
Because
play Scalding Tarn, fetch.
Okay.
I guess I give you priority for that technically, but.
Yeah, exactly. Resolves.
Okay.
And you lose a life.
I'm gonna go to 17.
Okay, now you can.
Do I do this?
Yeah, pass it. So, like, now for the shuffling of a deck, I think you should pass, and that's why I want to give 10 seconds, because I think 10 seconds is enough time to shuffle and then pass to your opponent. I also want to say that one rule I didn't mention is you can't be touching your board state when you hit the clock. So you can't be, like, touching mana and hitting the clock at the same time.
Right.
That's very important.
We're going to go Goblin Guide. Resolves?
Yeah.
Go to attacks?
You can just shortcut it, yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
getting
that's
used
fine.
to this. All right.
You can still shortcut like you normally do.
Okay.
Like you're gonna attack, trigger, and then I'll hit the clock back if I want to back you up.
Attack, trigger.
Yeah. Merfolk Trickster.
Cool.
And then 2 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And you got it?
Yep.
Pass turn.
Okay. So I assume Ether Ball trigger is gonna resolve?
Yep.
Draw. Island. I'm gonna play Spreading Seas.
Oh.
I'm gonna pass priority, but I think I'll still do this for every single thing that I'm gonna do. One, Spreading Seas,
Resolves.
and then hit the
okay.
clock back. So this, I mean, I know he can't do anything, but it gives me some time because I want to be able to use the delay. I'll draw off a Spreading Seas and pass.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
Untap. Draw. So, do I do this before go to attacks?
You just shortcut.
Okay, go to attacks.
Yeah, I just turn it. Okay, sure.
Swing.
Well, if you want to declare your attack, you can declare your attack and hit the clock.
Okay.
But if it's like really unnecessary, just attack and pass priority.
Attack, trigger.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Spreading Seas.
Lord of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Go to damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you have it.
Lord of Atlantis. That one was a trickster. Okay. Take 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a pass.
Okay. Ether Ball trigger?
Yep.
I'll pass. Yeah. Actually, you're doing really good with clock, actually, to be honest. Draw. The island.
I was really hoping you wouldn't have that Spreading Seas.
Master Pearl Trident, and you can go.
Draw. Oh, this is not good. That means just block, so that's not good. Go to attacks.
You can pass the. So if you want to declare attack, that's fine. You can attack.
No attacks. Pass turn.
End of turn activate.
Yeah. Trigger. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. I have to do this. Right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll play. I guess I'll just play Lord of Atlantis, and do nothing.
Okay.
So I'll take my turn.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Well, pass it to me because I have to discard.
Okay, sure.
Let's get rid of a Lavamancer. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, just draw.
I don't think there was any way I'm winning this game.
Okay, attack.
Yeah, no blocks.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Take 6, I believe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, but you have to pass. You have to. Pass
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh, that's right. I have to do that. Yeah.
Now this is like what's happening right now is he's not used to the clock, so he's not used to immediate passing back on his turn. This is going to be really common in the beginning, but as people get more used to using a clock, it's going to be way less common. It happens all the time when you're new to chess, but only when you're new to chess. When someone makes a move, passes, someone else makes a move and doesn't hit their clock, it's super, super common, but only in the beginning. After you get used to using the clock, there's not going to be a problem. Anyway, Master of Waves.
Yeah, resolves.
Okay, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens.
Yeah, that's what I count.
And pass.
Okay, go to draw.
Yep. Oh, you're online.
Oh yeah, sort of. Oh man, just like super toast. I know you have a trickster in hand, so that does like nothing.
How do you know? I flashed it to you.
Goblin Guide trigger.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna get the beefy elementals on the board.
Go to attacks.
Go for it.
Look, this is just so So bad. Yeah, no attacks. Pass turn.
Okay, I'll just take my turn.
Yeah.
Attack with everything.
Lightning bolt. Target me.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, let's go to games.
Okay, so now that a game is done, we're going to pause the clock. And each clock will be different about how you pause it, so make sure you clarify with your opponent how to pause a clock. You want to pause a clock for 3 different reasons. You can pause a clock to clarify damage. You can pause the clock to actually clarify something about a card. You can pause the clock, or like you can pause the clock to call a judge, and you have to pause a clock in order to do sideboarded games. And keep in mind, there's still a round timer going on, so...
Yeah, there's still 50 minutes above our head somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. And you look, the 10-second delay gives us a lot of time, and we don't eat up too much into our time bank. And I think some of our time bank is just explaining things.
Yeah, definitely one of your turns was talking about new players, new to chess and stuff like that. So, and I've literally never used one of these machines before. So I think that says a fair amount about it too.
So I'm bringing in 4 Deprive, 2 Spell Pierce, and 2 Venser. The Venser is just to hedge against Ensnaring Bridge, which I know he doesn't play, but whatever. I don't know that. I'm not supposed to know that. Yeah. We'll just put it that way. Because you never know when a burn deck is going to have.
Yeah.
Don't have it too close. Actually, the more visible spaces back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the things, I'm going to be on the draw. Yeah, I'm going to be on the draw.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm going to take out Spreading Seas because I don't believe in that card on the draw. I have to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I sort of want to keep Peak in the deck because I have Peak in this deck, but I don't think it's that particularly great against you. I'll take out a Mist Caller for sure. I guess I'll take out 2 Peaks, 2 Mist Callers, 4 Spreading Seas. Because I would love to give an example of how you stop someone at their upkeep or draw step. And, we still have normal shortcuts.
I haven't figured out my sideboard plan for this matchup yet, because there's like so many ways that it goes badly, like we saw.
That's always tough.
Yeah.
It took me forever to figure out what to do against Affinity
so
and
like
Elves.
I think I might take Boros Charms. I think I'm taking Boros Charms out for all the spot removal. And just because like the mana base is so weak.
Well, you're bringing 5 things, you're taking out 6?
No, I'm also gonna put in. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to put in a Smash to Smithereens or a Path. I think on the play, I think I'm okay with just a Path.
I think Path is fine.
Yeah,
it gives you something to do against Master of Waves.
Yeah.
I think Smash to Smithereens is good if you see Chalice of the Void. Because I've won so many games against Burn because they had like 3 cards in hand and they were like Destructive Revelry or Smash to Smithereens or something.
They just didn't have a target.
Yeah, something situational with no target.
Yeah, I think on the play I might bring it in, or sorry, on the draw, just because like it's one of the ways that I'll be able to stay ahead of you.
How do we reset this?
No.
Gotcha.
If you touch the sides, it goes up by 5.
We have 2 clocks to straighten out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So, but yeah, like the mana base is just super weak to Spreading Seas. There's just nothing I can really do about it. I could bring in Skullcracks, but I feel like that's a bad idea since it's.
Well, you're Boros now, so it's less effect. It's less harmful.
That's true, but
sometimes Destructive Revelry you can't even get online.
Yep. No, you're not wrong. Like the fact that I could use the colorless mana or the blue mana with Skullcrack is nice, but you're not really. I know you're not bringing in life gain.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just 3 damage for 2 mana at instant speed, and I don't think that's good enough.
But might as well be Boros strong.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, it should be, right? Yeah. If I'm already just gonna hope against. Should we plug where we're playing right now?
Oh, we're playing at Fusion Gaming. My favorite local game store. There's a lot of great local game stores, but Fusion Gaming has higher cash prize tournaments. And very regularly.
There's a 5K coming up next month.
5K coming up, the Fusion 5K.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll probably be streamed.
I would hope so.
So I don't know exactly what the delay should be, what the time bank should be. This is the first time in history this is being done. No one's done this before. It's a first. It's a historic moment. We're gonna figure out we're gonna try to figure the wrinkles out.
Let's give you those ones.
So I think in a normal game, you would now get the choice where this clock goes, because not everyone is. Because for example, if you're right-handed, it is like here's my right hand.
Yeah.
It is to my advantage. The clock is on this side.
Okay.
And I think the person who is not choosing to, well, I mean, whoever's not going first should get the choice of where the clock is. But not that's not really it. It's the person who doesn't get the choice of who goes first.
Right. So the person likely to be on the draw.
Yeah, likely to be on the draw,
but not guaranteed.
Always. Yeah,
but not guaranteed.
Sometimes you take the. Sometimes people take the draw. I'm taking the draw against Mardu Pyromancer.
We're okay leaving it here for video purposes, though.
Oh yeah. We have to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We got to do it. Okay, we draw
all right,
7 cards.
And now you give it to me, right? Yeah. Okay. Keep.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay. Mountain. Lava spike. Oop. Yeah.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3. I'll take my turn.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a good draw.
Yeah, you don't say. Oh, and the light's on. I didn't notice that.
There's lights, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lets you know.
Bloodstainmire fetch. Or sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
fetch.
that's
and
good.
then okay, hit it back to me, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I guess you have to fetch. I guess when you fetch, you have to hold priority. There's going to be some special cases in Magic where if part of the spell, like, I guess it doesn't pass priority until you've fully, like, fetched your card.
Yeah, but I mean, we're doing other things too, right? We're looking at life counters. Yeah, you got me at 19. Okay.
But now you pass to me.
Right.
So, in 10 seconds is more than enough time to, like, give even 3 shuffles, a good cut.
Well, especially if the first person shuffling is
pass.
like not just staring at their deck the entire time, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You don't need to. We're gonna go Eidolon. Pass.
Okay.
Sorry, I should stop saying pass because it makes it sound like I'm giving the turn away. Just
That's
touch
okay.
the button.
It's all good. I'll PQ.
We got fetch, double helix.
Okay, just keep it face up and then pass it back to me. I'll draw.
You draw for it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw from my peak. I do not have another land. Go.
Untap. So you give it to me though, don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Draw.
That's right. You're gonna get used to it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Do you know what? You don't even have to tell me about that. You could just say like go,
Well,
and then
true.
just wait for me to pass. Like, and that will happen in the beginning as people aren't used to the clock.
Swing.
But eventually they're gonna learn. Okay. I'll take 2.
Okay. Play Lavamancer. Trigger.
Oh, crap.
I take 2.
Yeah. Resolves.
The vial on 1, eh? Pass turn.
Activate.
In response. Yeah, no, yeah. Vial resolves.
All right, Curse Catcher. Take my turn. I can take my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw.
Oh no! Oh no! Never mind. Sorry, I thought I missed a trigger. Yeah.
Oh.
You vialed it in. For some reason, I thought I missed an Eidolon trigger for a second.
I'm at 15, you're at 17.
Yeah.
Your life total is healthier than mine. But I think I need to get this vial on the board.
Trigger.
But
Vial
okay,
resolves.
So vial resolves. And guess attack you for 1.
No blocks.
Okay, take 1.
Yep.
Pass. You have a lightning helix.
I
get 2 lightning.
2 lightning helix. End of turn, I guess. Yeah, fetch.
Well, here, when you fetch, you have to search your library. I
Well,
guess, okay,
yeah,
I get it. Okay, yeah,
but
okay,
it
resolve,
does,
sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
it does
resolve.
give you priority, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Okay, fetch.
Like, as
you
you
give
do
it to me,
something
and then I have to pass back to you. This is how it would work.
Yeah.
And then you get time to search. We have to keep passing whenever we have to search or do something like this.
I'm going to just take 1. So I'm going to go to 15.
Okay.
And
So here's the situation. Don't hit the clock until you've actually given me the deck.
Oh,
You
okay.
hit the clock first thing.
So
give the
deck down.
Yeah,
then hit-
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Don't have any. Don't be touching the board state. Don't be touching the clock.
Okay.
Just so that you know you don't hit the clock too early.
Go to my turn.
things you would learn over time.
Draw. Oh, 13, 15.
Two lightning helix, that's annoying.
Yeah, I know. Let's exile these. Shock Curse Catcher.
Okay, shock results.
Go to attacks. These sleeves are filthy. I need to get new sleeves.
Okay, I guess I'll... See, now I get to think, and it's going to eat up my time bank, and it's all perfectly fair and fine. That's how this is working, people. That's how it's working. Can't take too much time, though. It's got 2 lightning helixes.
And an unknown card.
I've got this, like, Merfolk Trickster in hand, but if I tap the stupid Eidolon, then he would have an opportunity to play lightning helix without taking any damage. I would prefer to use the Merfolk Trickster on my turn. I have at 13 life. I'm actually at a virtual 7 life. Okay, you can attack.
Swing.
Okay. Yeah,
you want to pass to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you can
and
attack.
Then swing, pass to you.
Activate.
Yeah.
Okay. Master of the Pearl Trident.
Lightning helix it.
Okay.
Trigger. All dust resolves.
Yeah, that all resolves.
Okay, so I'm gonna net gain 1.
Yeah, that's right. And I will.
And then you're gonna lose 2 off the attack.
Yeah, 1, 2. So there's probably some like pass priority, like tap.
We probably
we take damage.
That was probably sloppy.
That's fine.
Okay, so we're in my main phase. Okay, second main phase.
Absolutely.
Scalding Tarn. You're at 11. Pass.
I guess how it should work is you pass priority to me when I decide to take damage, and I have to take the damage before I pass priority back to you to go to your main phase. That's probably the clean way of doing this.
Yeah.
So at my upkeep, I'm going to activate this, play Oh, I don't need to do this though. No, I will. Okay, Merfolk Trickster on your Eidolon.
Yep.
And I'm going to tick this thing up, and then I'm going to tick this thing up to 3.
Uh-oh.
And now I'm going to take the draw for the turn. Okay, what's the last card you have?
Lava Spike.
Okay, you can pass back to me. I'll draw for my peak. Lava Spike. So I'm actually at 5 life. Life total gets lower. Pass.
Okay. Tap. Draw. We have lots of stuff that we can just do here. Go to attacks.
You may attack.
Attack with Eidolon before we go to. But I guess who has priority first?
So here you have priority, so you actually don't have to pass. So you don't actually, you no longer have to hold priority with a clock.
Because that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. It's going to work out the same way, but I shouldn't have done it in this order. I should have gone.
So now you can take because you still have priority until you pass it back to me.
Yeah, and we're before.
This is more binding than your words.
Before blocks, we're going to shock the Trickster with the Lavamancer. So now that ability's on the stack. Like the Lavamancer ability.
Resolves.
Okay, and so this is in the process of attacking. I go to blocks. If you're ready to go to blocks.
I take damage.
Okay.
1, 2, and pass.
Second main, Lava Spike you, trigger.
Your trigger resolves.
Okay, so I take 2.
And you have to pass it back to me.
Yeah.
Activate.
Resolves, or, yeah,
Okay.
Aether Realm resolves.
Curse Catcher.
Yeah, Curse Catcher.
And, okay, I take 3.
Okay.
Or, yeah, take 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pass turn.
Okay, we'll put this to 2. Put this to 4. And I'll draw the turn.
Goblin's the worst. Like the summer cards that are advanced over, like one trigger and something like that, that red, that the Dominants are also playing.
You have 1 card?
I have 2. I have Lilith's Lightning Helix and 1 unknown card.
Okay. Attack for...
The Goblins.
I'll attack for something. Oh yeah! Attack for 1.
No blocks.
Go damage.
Okay. -1.
And I will pass turn.
I will fetch at end of turn.
Fetch resolves.
I'm just gonna go to 12.
So the more we're playing, like I feel the more this is getting... This is like sort of smooth. I don't know how the recording of damage will work perfectly, but I think we'll be fine. Or maybe we have to increase the time bank a little bit just to account for damage that's constantly being taken between players. Because like this is working smoothly now that we're getting the hang of it.
Go to my turn. Draw. This is in my hand.
Yep.
Right? Yep. You're at 6. Okay. You've got that up. Let's see, Meyer. Yeah. You got 1 blue up, eh?
I have 1 blue up. Shed more blue up.
Yeah, no kidding. So basically, we're just playing around Spell Pierce right now, and we also have to keep Curse Catcher in mind. I know Spell Pierce isn't even that big of a deal because you take 2 off of it. 5. I will Lava Spike you. Trigger.
You're doing more damage to yourself than...
It's a trade I'm willing to make. So now there's just a Lightning Helix in my hand. This Lava Spike's on the stack. Or I guess maybe you put this here for the
It's okay,
people.
yeah. No, I think
Oh, is
here's
this
more
better?
clear.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
better? Okay.
they're
there's
around,
like a dead zone here?
around
Yeah.
especially like around here. Sort
Okay.
of not particularly clear. I'm at 6.
Currently.
I don't really want to go so low. This is awful.
Yes.
Activate?
Yep. Or, well,
Yeah, activate, pass.
yep. That's what the time bank's for.
That's what the time
We've
bank-
probably not helped our delays as much. But getting used to
Okay,
it.
well, I will play Venser.
Oh no! Okay, yeah, I wasn't.
Trigger.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Venser. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce the Eidolon.
Okay. Yeah, that happens. So Eidolon's in my hand now. Spike resolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So you pass back to me. Well, okay. Here, let's
Yeah,
be that.
that's fine.
Technically, you went here
That's
and I
fine.
went back. Okay. So now you're at 3. You've got that out. Probably just do that then. Yeah. Okay. Replay Eidolon.
Eidolon returns.
Oh, right. And pass the turn.
Attack.
blocks.
Oh, take 2. Go.
End of turn. I will Lavamancer targeting you.
I will. I mean, it resolves.
Okay.
Oops. Okay, I was supposed to take the damage.
Yeah. And then so. Okay, so
I get. Okay, so actually, this is a good question. Now,
should we pause it while we're thinking? Okay,
Yeah,
so what are we talking about?
Okay, so this was my turn, and you activated this thing at end of turn.
Yeah.
I took the damage.
Yeah.
So now who gets priority? It's actually me who gets priority, but
Correct.
I still want. Yeah, so I like passed it back. So actually, what I can't do, I can't take the damage and then pass back. I have to just take the damage, and if I want to do anything on my turn, then I just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have effects on my turn.
Okay.
Venser again. I'm gonna bounce this damn thing.
Oh man.
I'll sacrifice the Venser that should not really exist.
Okay, so all right, so we'll start the clock again, I
Yep.
guess. Okay, so yeah, so Venser's.
Oops, here. Get the time back.
Okay, so Venser resolves. Yeah, Venser resolves.
We lost
Abilities.
line.
We're bouncing this.
We're bouncing this.
I have no effects for that.
Excellent.
That happens. So pass turn to me.
Yeah.
Okay. You're at 1 life. I like where this is going.
I don't.
That's fair.
I can still win on time.
This is true. Oh my god, I didn't think of that. Okay, fetch.
Resolves.
Okay,
So
I'm just grabbing a 1. Grabbing a basic.
sure.
It's the word I'm trying to find. That's 7, eh? Okay, that's good to know. I will Searing Blaze, targeting Venser and you. Trigger. It's for 3.
7 life.
Yeah, well,
Okay, I'm dead.
okay.
Alright, we'll go to game 3.
Yeah, I mean, if the Eidolon resolves, then I go to 5 technically, but and then it resolves. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have to now play this last one really quick.
Yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
at 23 seconds. You're at 14 seconds.
Yeah.
So maybe the time bank should be larger. Maybe at 10 minutes. It's the first time we're doing this.
Can you check the overall recording, like how long we've actually been playing the game? Like what's our global
so
clock
our global clock is at 32 minutes, and we talked a lot at the beginning. So definitely, there's a lot more room to increase the capacity of our time bank because we're in good time.
Yeah,
We're doing good time.
Going to game 3. That's I'm
going to be bringing in 4 Spreading Seas because on the play I think Spreading Seas is better than on the draw, and I'll be taking out. I'm not even sure what I'm going to take out. Maybe I'll take out Peak and something else. Phantasmal Image. It's not
yeah.
necessary. Like, it's a good card, but it's not mandatory.
Is there anything I'm really? I feel like I don't know if I want to make too many changes. I guess I've been told by online Burnmaster Wubby123 that Eidolon should probably stay in more matches than I think it should, but you know what? I'm willing to cut a couple on the.
Hey, Eidolon actually did great work this game.
Well, yeah, but also being on the
even when I had 2 vials out, I thought, well, these vials are going to be great.
You're not wrong. It did a lot of work, but I think on the draw, it's especially with the double red, like it's tough. And I mean, in the spirit of full disclosure, I'm gonna put 2 Smash of Smithereens
Goes into
in.
my deck. What am I doing?
I'm gonna put 2 Smashes in for 2 Eidolons.
Sure.
I'm not gonna cut them all. Wait, did I do this wrong? I probably did this wrong. Yeah, this is supposed to be in this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, so like you try to outvalue money, so you play like the
Yeah, that went about as well as it could have. I went 1 drop into Eidolon, into no Spreading Seas, into you having like 1 land, and I mean you had your
that's really
vials, but yeah, those were all the cards I really wanted to see. Eidolon on the draw, or sorry, Eidolon on the play, Lavamancer. With like a full graveyard, I never like had to work to fill that graveyard. Those fetch lands.
not sure what I wanted to see that game. Like, I did have Spell Pierce. Did have Curse Catcher. So like flooding out is sometimes good, but it's not good if I have these sort of cards. Eidolon almost killed you.
That's how it works.
I actually had 2 Deprives in my hand, and I could not play them because I had 1 blue mana. So how do we...
No, other side. Yeah, it goes up by 5 when you tap
gotcha.
There you go. I have no idea like how low on the totem pole this life counter app is. I got it for free years ago. I like never use it, so it's fulfilling its purposes here, though. I guess
it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. Hey, if you like this video, if you love the idea of using a chess clock to arbitrate the time management of competitive REL games, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know. What do you think about these chess clocks?
Which way are they facing?
This way. No, yeah, it's just like this.
Yeah, okay.
It's all good. Oh, you can hit my clock?
Oh, it didn't give you a delay.
No, you'll give it. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
It went right to the time for some reason.
Mulligan.
Oh, jeez.
I have to do this quick.
Yeah, no kidding. This is so loose. Okay, keep. Oh,
That's okay. No, it's fine.
You're shuffling.
No, yeah, I have to.
I feel like I don't know. Like Mulligan does it. I feel like pre-game shuffling shouldn't be timed too close.
When I give you my
like the first time we shuffled, the clock wasn't going. We started the clock once we looked at our sevens.
yeah, we did. So I'm Mulligan. I've made my decision. I'm shuffling.
Right.
And then no, but I think I have free time to shuffle while you have priority, and you don't need my deck. You get what I'm saying?
No, but
okay. So I decide to mulligan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start shuffling.
Yeah.
And until
Oh,
I get free
right.
time to shuffle, so long as you're thinking about your mulligan decision.
Right.
But once you're done the mulligan decision, you pass it back to me, and now the onus is on me to be done
Okay.
shuffling.
Okay. All right. That's tough,
Yeah.
but I can
You tell
argue
me,
fair.
And now I'm going to give you my deck to shuffle, and you have to do it in a reasonable amount of time.
Well, yeah.
Or cut, whatever you want to do.
I'll just cut right now because I know you're not cheating me, but
Well, and also we're on time. Okay. And I have to go to 6. And I will keep.
okay.
Whoops.
I already
okay.
said that. Yeah. So we begin with you.
Go.
That's what I like to see.
Nothing on turn 1.
Take 2. Swift Spear. Does it resolve?
Resolves.
Go to attacks.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, you may attack.
Swing.
Go to damage.
Yep.
Pass priority back.
Pass turn.
Okay.
We came up with 2 new deck ideas.
Oh no!
Writing Seas.
Resolves.
Draw.
Yep.
And pass.
This is not good for our intrepid hero. Uh-oh. This is very bad. Go to attacks.
You may attack.
Swing.
Take 1. Pass back to you.
Pass turn. Oh no!
Yeah, but I don't have anything going for me either. Phantasmal Image, copy this Swift Spear, go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Need a blocker.
Yeah, evidently. Ah.
You gotta do something.
Pass turn.
It's fine with me.
Okay, I'm gonna discard to hand size.
Okay. And now hit the clock back?
Yeah.
Okay, well I got there. Master the Pearl Trident, and you can go.
Oh yeah, that's not a Merfolk.
It's not a Merfolk.
Oh no, crap, sorry.
That's fine. As long as delays are in order.
Pass turn.
Oh, you don't have to discard?
I don't. Not until you like. Are you doing anything in a turn?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
no.
then I'm gonna discard a Smash of Smithereens.
You should ask. You should just say going to discard.
Okay.
And then I would pass back.
This doesn't normally happen to me very much.
Ether Vial.
Yep.
You're still allowed to shortcut if you want to attack for 3.
No blocks. I can't block
1,
anyway.
2, 3. Yeah. You can go. This is how you beat burn. This is how you beat burn. You just spreading seas them on 1 land.
I'm gonna go to discard if you have no effects.
Yeah, you can go discard.
Okay. Your turn.
1. Draw. Castles.
If anyone's
Merfolk.
interested in what's going on over here.
Okay, attack for 6.
No blocks. Take 6, go to 9.
Master of Waves. Trigger.
Resolves.
Yeah. And I get 1, 2, 6. 6 tokens. And pass the turn.
We drew a double red spell. So, I concede.
Alright. Great game. So
Yeah.
the only games I won were when I spreading seas Day 2 Dryden on a 1-lander.
On a 1-lander.
That's why you bring in those spreading seizes on the play.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Goblin Guide, double bolts. That was what we drew this turn. I had a smash, but so I
Oh yeah, they can see that. Yeah,
yeah,
okay, good.
I would have been able to cast at least a smash if I had drawn another red source, but it just got too crazy. That was insane.
So how do we feel about the clock? Well, I definitely think we should add more time to the time bank. That was too short.
Well,
I think the 10-second time delay was fine. Maybe you can even be 15 seconds.
What was our global time?
Global time 41 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's close. So we could at least, for one thing, we could add 5 more seconds. Well, maybe that's too much to the increment, or we can add 5 more minutes to each player's time bank. One or the other.
Yeah, you can't do both. Yeah.
And we could figure out some rules to clean up when you take damage. I think, like, if I attack and pass priority.
Oop.
If I attack and pass priority, I guess what you can say is you can pass the clock back, say, are we going to the damage step? And then if I say yes, then we take damage, and then you have to take the time with your time bank to take the damage. Or I should tell you how much damage it is, and then you take
Well,
your
once we're
time.
at damage, yeah.
Yeah, once we're at damage, I tell you how much damage you have to take, and then you take your time to write it down. I also take my time to write it down, and then you pass priority back to me. Something like that.
We could, I don't know, do you want to do another experiment game, or we could make it 2 different videos?
That's a good idea. All right, so thanks for watching. So let us know what you think about the clock. We can figure it out for the future. We know what's better, or maybe we should just have another timed match. Yeah, we'll do. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have another timed match. We're gonna change up the increment or whatever, and we're gonna figure it out, because you know what? I'm certain that a clock can work for paper Magic. And I don't think it has to be too sloppy. Once we figure out the rules of what makes it work, then it's going to work. All right, so thanks for watching. This has been Nikachu with Andrew Day 2 Dryden, playing Merfolk and Burn in Modern with the chess clock.